Good morning. Welcome to all on this online teaching learning platform of Bruhan Mumbai Mahanagarpalika Shikshan Vibhag under the heading of Shala Band Pan Shikshan Suru. Yes, today is 8th January 2021 and I am here, your English teacher Anuja from Charkopgaon, Mumbai Marathi Public School. Yes, let's start our lecture with a beautiful quote. And today's topic is related with that quote. So let's see what is that motivational thought of the day. So, thought of the day is words are but pictures of our thoughts. John Dryden. Students, words. There are strengthful, powerful words. Is it? शब्दांमध्ये एक ताकद असते. शब्दांमध्ये एक सामर्थ्य असतं आणि शब्दांचं हेच सामर्थ्य आपल्या मनातल्या कल्पनांना, आपल्या मनातल्या विचारांना एक चित्ररूप दर्शन देत असतं. So, words are but pictures of our thoughts. In last lecture also, we have seen the same thought. So, actually, why I have kept this thought as same as the last one? So, there is a reason. There is a reason behind it. Our today's topic is related with words, and that is a word play. So let's see what is a word play, what is a name of that play, and actually it is a funny game also. Let's see learning outcomes of today's lecture. After completion upon this lecture, you will be able to learn new words. Some expressions are there. You will be able to enrich your vocabulary through reading also. You will be able to prepare an acrostic poem and you will be able to collect examples of spoonerism by internet. विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, आजचं हे आपलं अध्यापन पूर्ण झालं की आपल्याला काय येणं अपेक्षित आहे, काय समजणार आहे, तर आपली शब्दसंपत्ती ही समृद्ध होणार आहे. आपण आज वाचणार आहोत, आपण आज ऐकणार आहोत, कानावर काही नवीन शब्दही पडतील तुमच्या आणि हे नवीन शब्दच तुमची शब्दसंपत्ती वाढण्यासाठी तुम्हाला मदत करतील. या व्याख्यानानंतर अक्रोस्टिक पोएम किंवा ज्याला परिवर्णी काव्य असं म्हटलं जातं. खरं तर हा एक खेळ सुद्धा आहे. हे परिवर्णी काव्य म्हणजेच अक्रोस्टिक पोएम याचा अर्थ तुम्हाला समजेल आणि तुम्ही अशा पद्धतीच्या कविता स्वतः करू शकाल. तसंच स्पूनेरिझम म्हणजे काय आणि ह्या स्पूनेरिझम मधून इंग्रजी भाषेतल्या गमती जमती कशा होत असतात हे सुद्धा आज तुम्हाला समजणार आहे. So, are you ready? Yes, of course I know all of you are ready to attend this lecture. Okay, there is a form of writing. लेखनाची एक शैली आहे किंवा एक प्रकार आहे. काय आहे हा प्रकार? Students, that is acrostic poem. So, the pronunciation of this word is acrostic. acrostic. Is it clear to you? Let's see what is an acrostic poem. So, an acrostic poem uses letters in a topic word to begin each line. All lines in the poem should relate to or describe the topic word. Actually, what is a topic word? Topic word is a word that is given for you to prepare an acrostic poem. टॉपिक वर्ड म्हणजे तुम्हाला दिलेला एखादा छोटासा शब्द की ज्याच्यावरती उदाहरण दाखल शब्द की ज्यावर तुम्हाला कविता तयार करायची आहे. सो acrostic poem uses letters in a topic word. So word कसा शब्द तयार होतो? अर्थातच अक्षरांनी मिळून शब्द तयार होतो. There are letters in each words, is it? So each word, each letter of a word starting from the beginning till the end, या प्रत्येक सुरुवात झालेल्या म्हणजे सुरुवातीचा शब्द आणि त्या शब्दाचा शेवटचा शब्द असं मिळून आपल्याला जी कविता तयार करायची असते किंवा जी कविता तयार होते तिला काय म्हणायचं? अक्रोस्टिक पोएम. आणि या अक्रोस्टिक पोएम मध्ये what is the specification of that acrostic poem? So, all lines in the poem should relate to or describe the topic word. All lines. म्हणजे तुम्ही त्या प्रत्येक अक्षराशी संबंधित जे काही लिहाल ते लिहिणं त्या टॉपिक वर्डशी रिलेटेड पाहिजे. It should be relate with that topic word. Is it clear to you? So, an acrostic poem uses letters in a topic word to begin each line, and all lines in the poem should relate to or describe the topic word. Now, some features are there of the word acrostic. See the spelling to the right hand side. I have written the spelling vertically. Is it clear? So the first letter of acrostic is A. Then the second letter is C. Then after R. Then O. Then S. Then T, I and C. So all the letters in the words I have written in vertical order. Is it clear? So this is the spelling of acrostic and the pronunciation of the word is acrostic. Acrostic poetry is formed by writing a topic word vertically down the page. So is it clear to you? This is our first point, that you should write the word vertically down. Then what is the second part? The second part is each line will start with one letter from the topic word. So each line means how many lines will be formed here now? How many letters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So in the word acrostic there are 8 letters. So you will get 8 lines. Okay. And each line will start with one letter from the topic word. So what is the topic word here? Acrostic itself is a topic word. Okay. Now let's see the third point. Each line must begin with a capital letter. See, I have written the word in capital letter. Every letter in this word I have written capital and vertically down. Is it clear to you? Then may use one word or a phrase. It should be a word or it should be a phrase. Then does not have to rhyme. Not necessary that every line should rhyme with each other. And lastly, use adjectives and phrases that describe the word. Is it clear to you? So, for this purpose, you have to prepare your word register. You should have your word bank, and in the bank there is a wealth of words. Is it clear to you? So for that purpose, before starting this activity, in the last lecture, I have taken the dictionary activity, that is my word buddy. Is it clear to you? विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, अक्रॉस्टिक पोएम करण्यासाठी आपल्याकडे इंग्रजी भाषेतले वेगवेगळे शब्द, त्या शब्दांची जंत्री असणं खूप महत्वाचं आहे. एकदा का तुम्हाला त्याचा सराव झाला, कुठला शब्द कशासाठी वापरायचा हे तुम्हाला जेव्हा कळेल, तेव्हा हे अक्रॉस्टिक पोएम इज अ फनी ऍक्टिव्हिटी, it is an innovative activity also. You will come to know that time. So you should have your own word bank. You should have your own word register with you. Is it clear to you? म्हणजे तुमच्याकडे विशेषण पाहिजेत, कारण एखाद्या दिलेल्या टॉपिक वर्डला तुम्हाला डिस्क्राईब करायचं, त्याचं वर्णन करायचंय, आणि वर्णन करण्यासाठी आपल्याकडे विशेषण हवीतच. लक्षात येतंय का? कारण अक्रोस्टिक पोएम ही एखाद्या शब्दाची तयार करायची असेल, किंवा अक्रोस्टिक पोएम ही एखाद्या फ्रेजेस. सो व्हॉट इज फ्रेज? अ फ्रेज इज अ ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड. तर त्याची सुद्धा तुम्हाला अक्रोस्टिक पोएम तयार करता येते. I hope all of you have understood what is acrostic and how you are going to prepare, how you are going to make an acrostic poem. Okay? Now, here I have given how you are going to prepare a acrostic poem. See the example of acrostic poem. Yes, student. The topic word is sun. S-U-N. And you know what is sun. So this is our topic word. So write the topic word as per the criteria. What is the criteria? All letters should be in capital. Okay, this is the first criteria. Then next one, you have to write the word vertically down. See the arrow. Is it clear? See the arrow, the white arrow I have put there beside the letter S-U-N. Okay, so this is sun. So related with the topic word, I have prepared a poem on sun, and it is of 3-line poem. Is it clear to you? पहा, इथे आपल्याला टॉपिक वर्ड दिलेला आहे. So what is topic word? S-U-N. How many letters are there? 3 letters are there. S, U, and N. Now, starting with the first letter, I have prepared one line. What is that? Shines brightly. Okay? सूर्याचं वैशिष्ट्य आहे. काय आहे? तो प्रखर तेजाने झळाळतो, चमकतो, प्रकाशतो. So, S stands for shines, and further shines brightly. Then coming to the second letter, that is U. कुठे पाहता तुम्ही सूर्य? Up in the sky. Yes, so U stands for up, up in the sky. And lastly, N. Yes, of course, sunlight is nice. Sunlight is warm. Okay, so N is for nice and warm to my skin. We are getting D vitamin by the sun. लक्षात येते तुमच्या? So, topic word sun, and related with that topic word, I have described a acrostic poem. प्रत्येक शब्दापासून सुरू होणारे असे शब्द मी तयार केले, मी शोधून काढले, आणि त्याच्या आधारे सूर्य या घटकावर आधारित परिवर्णी काव्य, एक परिवर्णी कविता, छोटीशी कविता मी तयार केली. सो सन, S shines brightly, U up in the sky, and N, nice and warm to my skin. So sunlight is very nice. There is warmthness in sunlight and it is useful for our skin. Is it clear to you? So, in this way, you have to prepare an acrostic poem. Okay? See how I have written the word vertically down. Each letter, first letter, then second letter, then third letter, I have written in capital case. Is it clear to you? So, this is an example of sun. Okay, now you know this sport. Name of the sport is hockey. See how you are going to spell the word hockey. Hockey. So hockey, that is one type of sport, and this is my next topic word. लक्षात येतंय तुमच्या? आता मी जे अक्रॉस्टिक पोएम करणार आहे ती अक्रॉस्टिक पोएम त्याच्यासाठी असलेला शब्द कुठला आहे? हॉकी. सो हॉकी is my topic word. How many letters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total 6 letters are there in word hockey. Is it clear? Now, I have written all the letters in capital case. Is it? Then, this is the first criteria. This is the first rule you have to remember. Secondly, write the word vertically down. उभा लिहायचा आहे. प्रत्येक अक्षर एकाखाली एक आपल्याला लिहायचं आहे. And first letter, capital. Okay? C, H. Okay? O, C, K, E, and Y. Put a arrow also. Okay. Now, see how the first letter I have described. मी कसं वर्णन केलेलं आहे पहा. H. So H itself is for hockey. Hockey is my favorite sport. काय सांगते पहिलीच ओळ तुम्हाला? H पासून मी तोच शब्द घेतला हॉकी. हा माझा आवडता खेळ. Secondly, O, on the ice or street, where you can play this game, on the ice, on the ground, on the street, wherever it may be. लक्षात येते तुमच्या? सो ओ पासून मी काय घेतलं? ऑन हा शब्द घेतला आणि ऑन द आईस और स्ट्रीट अशी दुसरी ओळ मी तयार केली. येस. देन सी. C stands for cool and fun. Is it clear to you? Then K, keep on playing. You should keep on playing. So playing is a very nice activity for you in the elder age. बरोबर? तुम्ही खेळलं पाहिजे. So for that purpose, I have prepared a line, keep on playing. So starting the letter K, I have used the word keep. Is it clear to you? Then, yes, of course, while playing, exercise is there. And because of exercise, you will be stronger. So, using the letter E, I have prepared the next line, and that is exercise and stronger. And lastly, you should try. So, Y stands for you. You should try. So, in this manner, starting with each letter, I have prepared short line or group of words, that is called phrase, and I have prepared a beautiful acrostic poem on the word hockey. So my topic word is hockey, and see how I have written this word, okay, and how I have described the word. So for that purpose, you should have your own word. For that purpose, you should use dictionary. You should use thesaurus. Okay? विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, आता हे जे शब्द आहेत, हे मला कुठून सापडले? अर्थातच हॉकी या खेळाशी संबंधित जी काही माहिती आहे, ती मी इंटरनेटवरून गोळा केली, काही पुस्तकातून गोळा केली. आणि मग त्याच्या आधारे या प्रत्येक अक्षराचं वर्णन करणारी एक ओळ आणि ती ओळ हॉकी या शब्दाशी संबंधित कशी असेल याचा विचार केला. सो यू हॅव टू थिंक ऑल्सो. ओके, सो इन this manner, in this way, you are going to prepare an acrostic poem. Okay, now we have seen the second example, how to prepare an acrostic poem. Now, see, here is the topic word, and it is quite familiar to you. I have given a picture also. What is the topic word? The topic word is family. How you are going to spell the word? So, spelling of family is Family. So, spelling should be correct also. Okay, now, first point, you have to remember, write each letter in capital manner. Okay, so Family, every letter should be in capital. Then, secondly, you have to write each letter vertically down. Okay, then put a arrow also. Unless and until you are not getting to do the practice. Okay, so for that purpose you have to put a arrow. Okay, arrow will direct you how you are going to describe the word. बाण काढल्यामुळे काय होईल, तुमच्या लक्षात येईल की आता आपल्याला कुठल्या अक्षरावरून कविता तयार करायची आहे. सो नाउ द डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ फॅमिली. येस, इन फॅमिली so many members are there. So first letter of family is F. F stands for father. A. A stands for and. M. M stands for mother. So father and mother is there. They are in our family. And yes, we love our family. So I stands for I. L stands for love. And Y stands for you. So students, you love your family. Is it clear to you? So this is an acrostic poem on the given topic word family. Okay, so family, that is father and mother, I love you. Okay, father and mother, I love you. So in this way we have seen the third example of an acrostic poem. Okay, now here is the fourth example for you. Students, what is the topic word? Yes, and the topic word is earth. EARTH. Now, आता इथे मी थोडीशी गंमत केली आहे बरं का. इथे मी काही लेटर्स स्मॉल काढले आहेत, काही लेटर मला प्रॅक्टिस झाली ना, सराव झाला आणि सराव झाला म्हणून एक ग्रीटिंग कार्ड तयार करण्यासाठी मी काय केलं, आता पहिलं लेटर मध्येच मी कॅपिटल काढलंय, मध्येच मी स्मॉल काढलंय. पण हे कधी करायचं, जेव्हा तुमचा सराव होईल तेव्हा. लक्षात येते? या गोष्टी कायम लक्षात ठेवा. सो आफ्टर प्रिपेअरिंग 3 acrostic poem on given topic word, I am quite confident. आता माझ्यात आत्मविश्वास आला. येस, कुठलाही शब्द द्या, मी काय करू शकेन, ते अक्षर कॅपिटल असो किंवा स्मॉल असो, मी त्याच्यावरती एक सुंदर काव्य तयार करू शकेन. सो नाउ I have written an acrostic poem on the given topic word, and that is earth. Okay, so see, E itself stand for earth, and earth is so beautiful. So this is the first line starting with the letter E. E, that is for earth, and earth is so beautiful. Then A. So A stands for month April. April 22 is Earth Day. Okay, so we are celebrating 22nd April as a Earth Day. Then R. Yes, to save for our earth. काय केलं पाहिजे आपल्याला? पृथ्वी वाचवायची आहे, वसुंधरा वाचवायची आहे. You are taking oath on that day. आपण शपथ घेतो या वसुंधरा दिनाच्या दिवशी काय? रिसायकल अँड रिड्यूस. सो R stands for recycle and reduce. Is it clear to you? Then T. So T stands for to. हा, T हे अक्षर वापरून मी काय केले बघा? To keep it tidy and clean. So it is our duty. What is our duty? To keep our earth tidy and clean. आपली ही पृथ्वी अशी सुंदर हिरवीगार दिसली पाहिजे, नीटनेटकी दिसली पाहिजे, बरोबर ना? स्वच्छ दिसली पाहिजे. And lastly, the letter H. So help trees and plants. ओके, H पासून मी कुठला शब्द शोधला? हेल्प, मदत करा. कशासाठी मदत करायचंय? कशाला हातभार लावायचे आपण? ट्रीज अँड प्लांट्स म्हणजे झाडं, वनस्पती, आपण वृक्षारोपण केलं पाहिजे असा संदेश मला मिळतो आहे या अर्थ या शब्दावरून. ओके, सो अर्थ इज अवर मदर अँड इट इज सो ब्युटिफुल. 22nd day is Earth Day. So for that purpose, to save our earth, you have to recycle and reduce some materials, some things. Then you have to keep our earth tidy and clean, and for that purpose help trees and plants. Is it clear to you? So this is our topic word, and this is the fourth example of an acrostic poem on the given topic word earth. I hope all of you have understood this acrostic activity. Yes, students, now the given topic word is acrostic. विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, आता आपल्याला जो शब्द दिलेला आहे तो शब्द काय आहे? अक्रोस्टिक. पहा, मी सारखं त्याच शब्दावर येते आहे बरं का, कारण ही एक अतिशय सुंदर इंग्रजी भाषेतली, मराठी भाषेतली सुद्धा कविता करण्याची पद्धत आहे. आणि ही आपल्याला आली की आपण वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारची ग्रीटिंग्स, वेगवेगळ्या विषयावरती आपण ग्रीटिंग्स तयार करू शकतो. So what is an acrostic? How I describe the words? It is given on your page number 73 of English textbooks 8. It is there in your textbooks also. Okay, so see, A C R O S T I C. I have written the word vertically down. I have written again each letter in capital manner. Okay, so A stands for an acrostic. C stands for creates a challenge. चॅलेंज आहे हे. acrostic तयार करणं हे खरंच आव्हान आहे. आपल्याकडे जेव्हा भरपूर शब्द असतील तेव्हा आपण हे अगदी सहज पद्धतीनं करू शकतो. Then random words on a theme. Okay, randomly, no need to rhyme each word. randomly येतात शब्द, यादृच्छिक पद्धतीने येतात. Okay, so random words on a theme. So R stands for random. Then O, or whole sentence that rhyme. कधी कधी काय होतं, यमक जुळलाही जातो, कधी कधी यमक जुळत सुद्धा नाही. So it is not necessary for each line you have to rhyme the words. लक्षात येते? Then select your words carefully. So you have to remember, while preparing an acrostic poem, you should use your words carefully. Okay, every word should be related with the topic word. Then T, to form a word from top to bottom. So top to bottom, for that purpose I have put an arrow to the left side of that word. Then is the aim of this poetry style. So this is the style of this poetry. And C stand for choose a word, then go. For preparing an acrostic poem, choose small word. Firstly, you should choose 2-letter words, then 3-letter words, then 4-letter words, and etc. etc. आधी सोप्या गोष्टींपासून मोठ्या गोष्टींकडे आपण जायचं. आधी 2 अक्षरी शब्द घ्या, मग 3 अक्षरी शब्द घ्या, 4 अक्षरी शब्द घ्या, आणि अशा प्रकारे do more and more practice for preparing this acrostic activity or acrostic poem. So again I am reading this for you. An acrostic creates a challenge, random words on a theme, or a whole sentence that rhyme. Select your words carefully to form a word from top to bottom is the aim of this poetry style. Choose a word, then go. Okay, is it funny? Yes, it is funny. Now, let's move to the next topic. Students, here I have written the word S P O O N E R I S M. So what is that? Spoonerism. What is that? Spoonerism. How you are going to pronounce the word? It's not spoonerism. It's spoonerism. So what is spoonerism? See, spoonerism म्हणजे काय? तर बोलताना शब्दांच्या उच्चारांची नकळत मजेदार चूक होते आणि त्याच्यातून एक विनोद निर्मिती होते. यामध्ये काय होतं माहितीये का? 2 किंवा 2 पेक्षा जास्त शब्दांच्या पहिल्या अक्षराचे जे उच्चार असतात ना, त्याच्यामध्ये काहीतरी गोंधळ होतो आणि मग ही गंमत होते. सो स्पूनेरिझम इट इज ऑल्सो अ फनी ऍक्टिव्हिटी. समटाइम्स इट हॅपन्स नॅचरली ऑल्सो. कधी कधी ते नैसर्गिकरित्या होऊन जातं. आपण बोलताना एखादा शब्द जसा उच्चाराला पाहिजे तसा न उच्चारता वेगळाच उच्चारला जातो. सो कधी कधी ते नैसर्गिकरित्या होतं. बट समटाइम इट इज अ लँग्वेज डिसऑर्डर ऑल्सो. सो रिमेंबर दिस थिंग्स. कधी कधी हा त्या वाचा दोष हा सुद्धा असू शकतो बरं का. त्यामुळे नेहमीच तो गमतीचा भाग असा लक्षात न धरता अशा चुका जर सारख्या सारख्या होत असतील, that time you have to take advice of a good doctor. Is it clear to you? So here I have written some sentences. 3 sentences are there and you are going to tell me now what mistake I have done over here. Okay, are you ready for that? See, the first sentence is go and shake a tower. What is the first sentence? First sentence, go and shake a tower. Instead of saying this sentence like this, how I have written? Go and take a shower. What mistake I have done here? कोण सांगेल मला? पहिलं वाक्य पहा आणि दुसरं वाक्य पहा आणि याच्यामध्ये कुठल्या शब्दांमधल्या अक्षरांची अदलाबदल झाली. येस कुलश्री, यू हॅव रेज युअर हँड्स. व्हेरी गुड कुलश्री. येस, टेल मी द वर्ड.
मॅम शेकची टेक झाली आणि टॉवरची शॉवर झालेलं आहे.
Very good. So instead of shake, I have written take. And instead of tower, I have written shower. म्हणजे शेक अ टॉवर म्हणण्याच्या ऐवजी मी काय म्हटलं? टेक अ शॉवर. अर्थ बघा, अर्थ बदलला वाक्याचा आणि काय झालं इथे? विनोद निर्मिती झाली. गो अँड शेक अ टॉवर. टॉवर म्हणजे एखादा उंच खांब. गो अँड शेक अ टॉवर म्हणजे काय? तर जा आणि तो खांब हलवून ये. ओके, पण जेव्हा दुसऱ्या वाक्यामध्ये काय झालं? शेकच्या ऐवजी टेक झालं, टॉवरच्या ऐवजी शॉवर झालं. मजा काय झाली? गो अँड टेक अ शॉवर. सो शॉवर मीन्स बाथ. बघा दुसऱ्या वाक्यामध्ये वाक्याचा अर्थ बदलला. गो अँड टेक अ शॉवर, जा आणि अंघोळ कर, असा त्याचा अर्थ झाला. म्हणजे पहिल्या वाक्याचा अर्थ बदलला, दुसऱ्या वाक्याचा पण अर्थ बदलला. काय झालं? नुसत्या ओनली इंटरचेंजिंग ऑफ सम लेटर्स. ओके, काय झालं? फक्त अक्षरांच्या अदला बदलीमुळे विनोद निर्मिती झाली. सो दॅट इज अ स्पूनेरिझम. येस, who will read the second one? Yes, the second one. Who will read the second one?
I must mend the sail. I must send the mail.
Okay, what's your
Mend
good?
and send is change.
Okay, what's your good name? Very good reading.
Tamasya.
Who? Amita. Okay, Amita. Very good, Amita. I must mend the sail and I must send the mail. So instead of mend, the letter S. So here interchanging of M and S is there, and here cell and male. Okay, so interchanging of the letter S and M is there. बघा वाक्याचा अर्थ बदलला. I must mend the cell आणि दुसऱ्या वाक्यात काय झालं? I must send the mail. Very good. Now the third one. Who will read the third one? Yes, Kulashri again. Yes, anyone else? Yes. Hurry up, students.
You have
Yes, it is correct. Try to read, students. It's simple sentence.
you have very mad banners. You have very bad manners.
Yes,
M
yes.
Change of mad and bad banners and manners.
Very good. So there is a change in mad. It's interchange with bad. Then banners interchange with manners. Okay, see now you have very mad banners and you have very bad manners. So it is a funny words. Is it clear to you? Very good, students. A nice response from you. Well done. Now let's see what is spoonerism. Here I have written information about spoonerism. William A. Spooner, in the era of 1844 up to 1930. Who is William Spooner? A famous lecturer at Oxford University to whom many slips of the tongue have been attributed. For this reason, slip of the tongue are sometimes called spoonerism. लक्षात येतंय? स्पूनर हा एक शास्त्रज्ञ आणि त्याने काय लक्षात आलं की असं काहीतरी होत आहे. आपण बोलताना कधी कधी बऱ्याचदा आपली जीभ घसरते आणि त्याच्यातून हा विनोद निर्माण होतो. वाक्य काहीतरी वेगळं येतं आणि हे स्पूनर या शास्त्रज्ञाने शोधून काढलं म्हणून त्याला स्पूनेरिझम असं म्हटलं जातं. Now let's see what is the definition of spoonerism. Okay, student. So spoonerism is the transposition of initial consonant in a pair of words. काय होतं स्पूनेरिझम मध्ये? आपण बोलताना अदला बदल होतो. सुरुवातीच्या कधी कधी उच्चारांमधला असतो, त्या शब्दांच्या व्यंजनांमधला असतो. लक्षात येते का? म्हणजे अक्षरांमध्ये त्याची व्यंजन किंवा स्वर आणि व्यंजन यांचे उच्चार असतात. त्याच्यामध्ये बऱ्याचदा गफलत होते, गडबड होते आणि त्याच्यातून जो काही विनोद निर्मिती होते त्या विनोद निर्मितीला थोडक्यात स्पूनेरिझम असं सुद्धा म्हटलं जातं. सो स्पूनेरिझम म्हणजे दोन किंवा दोन पेक्षा अधिक शब्दांमध्ये त्यांच्या उच्चारांमध्ये कळत नकळतपणे झालेली चूक. सो दॅट इज अ spoonerism. Now let's see the examples. Here is the photo of William A. Spooner. Okay, and he is a famous lecturer at Oxford University. ते कोण होते? एक उत्तम व्याख्याते होते, भाषाशास्त्रज्ञाचे अभ्यासक होते. Now see example of spoonerism. Intended, okay, and said. बघा काय इंटेंडेड होतं? यू हॅव वेस्टेड द होल टर्म. ओके, यू हॅव वेस्टेड द होल टर्म. नाव व्हॉट इज द सेड? वाक्य असं होतं, असं म्हटलं पाहिजे होतं. अपेक्षित, इंटेंडेड म्हणजे काय? अपेक्षित. यू हॅव वेस्टेड द होल टर्म असं म्हणणं अपेक्षित होतं. बट बिकॉज ऑफ द ट्रान्सपोजिशन ऑफ इनिशियल कॉन्सोनंट व्हॉट हॅपन? You have tasted the whole worm. It is so funny. काय झालं बघा? You have tasted. Wasted चं काय झालं? Tasted झाले आणि term चं काय झालं? Worm झालं. So इथे गंमत झाली. हा एक विनोद निर्माण झाला. Now, secondly, intended question or intended sentence. The dear old queen. बरोबर? The dear old queen असं म्हणणं अपेक्षित होतं. But said काय म्हटलं गेलं? The queer old dean. So instead of dear काय झालं? Queer झालं आणि इथे क्वीन म्हटलं पाहिजे, त्याचं काय झालं? डीन झालं. सो अशा पद्धतीने स्पूनेरिझम is the transposition of initial consonant in a pair of words. So ह्याचा शोध कोणी लावला? विल्यम ए स्पूनर. अँड फॉर दिस रिझन स्लिप ऑफ द टंग आर समटाइम्स कॉल्ड स्पूनरिझम. Here I have shown the picture and the definition of spoonerism. What is that? Spoonerism is a slip of tongue. आपली जीभ बोलताना घसरणं, तिथं बोलताना वेगळं वळण घेणं. So that is a spoonerism. What happens in spoonerism? The first letters of two or more words get interchanged in spoonerism. Spoonerism मध्ये पहिले दोन शब्द, दिलेल्या वाक्यातले दोन शब्द त्याच्यातल्या पहिल्या अक्षरांची अदलाबदल होते आणि एक विनोद कळत नकळतपणे निर्माण होतो. Again I have given one example for you. What is that? You missed my history lecture. बघा हा, you missed my history lecture. This is intended sentence, okay? But how I said, you missed my mystery lecture. Does it mean any sense? No students. पण काय झालं? गंमत झाली. बरोबर? वाक्याला काही अर्थ राहिला नाहीये. You missed my mystery lecture. पण विनोद निर्मिती झाली. लक्षात येते? So intended sentence is you missed my history lecture and the said sentence is you missed my mystery lecture. In this way, this funny activity is very interesting. Let's try some more for you. Okay? Now, it's your turn now. Okay? See. Now, can you figure these ones out? Are you ready, students? So, first sentence is know your blows. Okay. How you are going to say this sentence? The intended sentence is know your blows. दिलेलं वाक्य काय आहे? Know your blows. Which letters you are going to interchange? K and B and make a funny sentence. Okay, hurry up. Try, students, try. Try and try until you get success. Who will try? I have shown the arrow also. Instead of K, you have to put B. Instead of B, you have to put K. It's so simple. Yes, hurry up. Yes, yes, two participants, raise your hands. Yes.
So your gloves.
No, actually, it's not snow, dear. It know your blows. Instead of K, you have to put B here, and instead of K, instead of B, you have just interchange these letters. काय करायचे? B च्या इथे
Know
K
your
न्यायचे. Yes. First read the sentence. The first step you have to read the sentence. That is intended sentence.
Know your blows.
Yes.
Blow,
Now change.
blow your no.
Very good. Blow your nose. See what you have done here. Instead of no, the first letter is K. You have interchanged this letter with B. So the word became blow. Blow. And then instead of B, you have put K. So the word will close. So blow your clothes. Is it clear? Now the second one. See, blow your nose. Blow your
Lack of
nose. Yes,
lack
the second one.
Pack of leaves.
No, the first one. The second one now. Second one.
Pack
Lack of
leaves.
Read the sentence first. Read the
Lack
sentence.
Pack of peas. Pack
That is
of
pies. That is pies, not peas. Lack of pies. Lack of pies. Repeat after me. Lack of pies.
pies.
Now interchange.
Pack of lies.
Very good. It's a pack of lies. Very good. See, pack of lies. Okay, so this is a spoonerism. Okay, okay. Now the third one. Okay, third one. Who will read the sentence? First, read the sentence. Okay, it's bowl feast. Bowl feast.
Bowel feast.
Yes.
Fowl beast.
Very good. It's a fowl beast. See, very good. Fowl beast. Okay, now the fourth one. Yes. Hurry up.
Picnicking,
Yes.
nitpicking,
Very good. Nitpicking. Very good. Nitpicking. Now the fourth one.
wave the sails,
Yes.
save the whales.
Very good. Very good, student. Awesome. Excellent. See, wave the sail. It will become save the whale. So this is some examples of spoonerism. So have fun with such types of spoonerism. Let's read again. Know your blows, become blow your nose. Lack of pies, pack of lies. Boil fish, foil beast. Picnicking, nitpicking. Wave the sail, save the whales. And students, very good response from you. Have the fun. Okay. Now, again, this is your turn. You are going to prepare acrostics. Think and write an acrostic poem for given topic, words or pictures. Okay, I have given the pictures also and I have given the name of that pictures also. Is it clear? I have given some describing words also. So it is quite easy for you. Take a quick screenshot. Have you taken a screenshot, students? Because you are going to prepare an acrostic poem. Okay? Prepare this acrostic poem. Send it to your teachers. They will send it to us. Now see, the picture is of, who will tell me? Who is this? Yes? Amita. Who is this?
Cat.
Very good, cat. So how you are going to write the letters?
C-A-T.
Very good. All the letters should be in
Cat.
capital manner. Very good. So see the describing words. Can you read, Amita?
Cut.
That is
Creeping.
not cut. Well, wait a minute. That is cute.
Yes.
Yes.
Cute. Creeping. Actually sleeping. Teetering on a stool. Thinking of fish. Celsius. Casual.
Curious.
Curious attitude. Tail talks with move to pounce on a mouse.
Very good. Now see, I have given two words starting from C. So C stands for cute also or C stands for creeping also. Is it clear to you? Then A. A stands for actually sleeping. म्हणजे माऊताई तुम्ही पाहिली तर ती झोपलेली असते. Then T. T stands for teetering on a stool. So what is teetering? Teetering means moving like seesaw. धडपडत असते. वर चढते माऊताई, खाली येते. बरोबर ना? Then sometimes T stands for thinking of fish. मांजरीला काय आवडतं? सतत ती कशाचा विचार करते? तिला मासे आवडतात. सो तुम्ही असं पण लिहू शकता. Thinking of fish. Then A stands for sometime attitude also. Do you know cat is always in attitude. पहा मांजरीकडे ना एक स्वतःचा रुबाब असतो. And therefore it is called, ती जेव्हा चालते ना दबक्या पावलाने, that is called as catwalk. Is it clear? डुलत अशी छान पण रुबाबदार चालते, त्याला कॅटवॉक असं म्हणतात. देन टेल, टॉक्स विथ म्यू. सो टी स्टँड्स फॉर टॉक्स विथ म्यू. आवाज कसा आहे तिचा? ती बोलते कशी? मियाव करत बोलते. म्हणजे तुम्ही टी हा शब्द घेऊन टॉक्स विथ म्यू असं पण लिहू शकता किंवा टेल असं पण लिहू शकता. टेल म्हणजे शेपूट. किंवा टी वरून तुम्ही काय करू शकता? टी स्टँड्स फॉर टू पाउंस ऑन अ माउस. व्हेनेवर शी अ माउस, व्हेनेवर ती म्हणजे कधी ती जेव्हा उंदीर पाहते, दॅट टाइम शी पाउन्स. सो व्हॉट इज पाउन्स? पाउन्स म्हणजे झडप घालणे. म्हणजे तेव्हा ती उंदरावरती झडप घालते. सो I have given so many describing words related with the topic word cat, and with the help of topic word you are going to prepare an acrostic poem on cat. Is it clear to you? Now The second topic word is tree. Okay, who will read now? Hurry up, students. Soham Shirude. Read the describing words. I have given the described
Double
words.
tree, towering high above us,
Very good.
root take up a water,
Very good.
evergreen, every day keep us alive.
Alive. Every day they keep us alive. So I have given the describing birds for tea. Towering high
Towering
above
high
us.
above us.
Yes, roots take up water. Then they are evergreen. Every day they keep us alive. There is a poem in our textbooks. Trees are kindest things of us. Just go through the poem. You will find many more describing words for the topic word tree. Is it clear to you? So with the help of this describing word, you are going to prepare and a beautiful acrostic poem on cat and on tree. Okay, friend, you have to prepare an acrostic poem on your self name. स्वतःच्या नावावर पण तुम्हाला एक अशी सुंदर acrostic poem करायची आहे. And activity for you I have shown for you here. See, what is that activity? Make an acrostic for your friend on a project paper. I have prepared an acrostic poem for my beloved friend, and my friend's name is Zarina. Yes, and Zarina teacher is also your English teacher. So how I have prepared a acrostic poem on Zarina. See, zeal for love. She is very lovely. Energetic. So what is the meaning of zeal? तिच्याकडे उत्साहाचा झरा आहे. So Z stands for zeal. Then A stands for aesthetically pleasing. Aesthetically सौंदर्य दृष्टी आहे तिच्याकडे. बरोबर? म्हणजे माझ्या मैत्रिणीतले सगळे गुण मी शोधून काढले. ओके, फॉर दॅट पर्पज आय हॅव यूज डिक्शनरी ऑल्सो. पहा काय काय करावं लागेल, बिकॉज यू हॅव टू प्रिपेअर युअर वर्ड बँक. देर शुड बी युअर वर्ड बँक, देर शुड बी युअर वर्ड रजिस्टर, and with the help of that you have to prepare a beautiful acrostic poem on your friend. Okay, so Zarina. Then R, rapid in every work. She is very rapid. कुठलंही काम सांगा तिला, ती लगेचच ते काम करून दाखवते. म्हणजे तिच्यातला हा तिसरा गुण मला दिसला आणि तो R ने सुरू झाला. चौथा गुण काय आहे? शी इज एनर्जेटिक. उत्साह आहे तिच्याकडे. सो E stands for energetic. Then second E, encouraging to everyone. Every time she is motivating to someone. एव्हरीवन, प्रत्येकाला ती काय करत असते? प्रेरणा देत असते, एनकरेज करत असते. हा तिचा गुण मी हेरला. दुसरा काय आहे? शी इज व्हेरी नोबेल शोईंग. प्रामाणिक आहे, हंबल आहे, नम्र आहे. बट एन, मला एन वरून हवं होतं म्हणून मी काय घेतलं? नोबेल शोईंग. अँड शी इज अँबिशियस. ध्येयवादी आहे ती, ध्येय आहे. सो झरीना. ओके, ZAREENA. In this manner, I have prepared a beautiful greeting card for my dear friend Zarina. Is it clear to you, student? Take a screenshot. Okay. Now, the second activity. What is that? Visit a Spoonerism link on internet and collect examples of Spoonerism and write in your notebook. There is a Spoonerism link. Yes, just search on Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox. So many browsers are there. You are going to write simple the word Spoonerism. You will get so many sentences over there. So just read that sentences. Notice where the Spoonerism, where the interchange of words are there, and then read the sentences, write in your notebook and just show it to us. Okay, every day, every Saturday, every Friday, I am giving you, Zarina teacher is giving you some projects, but till and until I have got only 2 projects by you. So students, please be aware of this. जर तुम्ही प्रॅक्टिसच केली नाही तर तुम्हाला या गोष्टी कशा बरं येणार? इंग्रजीची भीती गेली पाहिजे मनातली. इंग्लिश इज अ व्हेरी फनी लँग्वेज. Is it clear to you? So very good response from you. Well done, students, and thank you very much. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.